All right, let's get started with the technical explanation of how does the Smart Universal Expert Advisor work. But before we get into that, I wanted to ask you one question. I will give you two choices between two expert advisors. The first one is going to be used with one indicator, and that's the case of all the expert advisors in the market. They can be used only, or they come with one indicator that is built-in indicator. And once you buy that expert advisor, you are stuck for life with that expert advisor. Or would you buy a Smart Universal Expert Advisor that can be connected to any kind of indicator? This is a smart decision that you want to take. If I were in your place, I would go with a universal expert advisor that can be used with any kind of any kind of indicator, because that is going to be a smart long-term decision. In the long term, you want to be open-minded to use other indicators in your Smart Universal Expert Advisor, but the Smart Universal Expert Advisor is going to be there all the time for you. And that's actually my idea here. The idea is to create this Smart Universal Expert Advisor and equip the expert advisor with all kinds of techniques that are going to be used with any kind of indicator. And all you have to do is look for the best indicator, or the next best indicator, or the next strategy, or your own strategy, and convert it into an indicator. And you will come back to your MetaTrader and you will find the Smart Universal Expert Advisor waiting for you to be connected with that indicator. So that's just one question that you have to think about. Take a time and set the pros and cons between one Smart Universal Expert Advisor that can be used with any kind of indicator, and another expert advisor that can be used with one indicator. I have already thought this through and I know my answer. The answer is obvious and you don't have really to think about it. Anybody who uses a simple logic would already decide that Smart Universal Expert Advisor is the way to go. With that being said, I wanted to explain to you guys exactly how the Smart Universal Expert Advisor is gonna work. So we're gonna start with the integration. So the Smart Universal Expert Advisor is going to be having all the techniques in all the trade management that you want, like setting stop loss, setting the type of risk that you want to take. Is it a fixed lot, or is it a percentage of the balance? Setting the stop loss, the take profits. What kind of take profits are you gonna exit on the opposite signal of the indicator, or are you going to exit on a very specific level that is being probably 20 pips, 30 pips, or 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, which is going to be take profit of a double stop loss, etc., etc., etc. We can go further on this, using trailing stop, using partial close, using break even, all that kind of technique, plus the loss recovery. And I will talk about the loss recovery. And the loss recovery would include averaging, would include grid, would include martingale. And these are things that you can turn off and on. You have full control over all these things, and it's not set by default and you cannot change it. You can change the indicator, any indicator you want, and you can also set the environment. You can stop using martingale. Some people don't like grid, martingale, or averaging. You can stop using it just by turning it off, and you can use the stop loss and take profit. You can use any kind of custom setup of the trade management that you want. You can do it with the Smart Universal Expert Advisor. And using the indicator, and the part here that the hardest part is to find the best indicator. I have the Smart Universal Expert Advisor equipped with the trend breakout catcher, and the trend breakout catcher is a really good indicator that catches trades, and it can be used with any kind of setup here. So what you do is you have the trend breakout catcher already integrated and built in the Smart Universal Expert Advisor, and you can use, for example, a technique that would, for example, open trades on signals and exit on the opposite signal. That's one strategy. So you have unlimited combinations of techniques that you can use that will create each each and every combination of settings would create a different strategy, and that's something that you want to pay attention to. Now the goal here is that you still have to do the test. I'm giving you the tools, but I'm not promising you, and I'm not giving you guys the best settings. You know, there is no best setting basically. So you have the tool, you have the ability to connect any kind of indicator, so it's up to you to find the most ultimate combination of settings of the indicator and also the settings of the Smart Universal Expert Advisor. And you have that through the test, the the strategy tester that you have on MetaTrader. That's your tool that you are going to use in order for you to start finding that edge, finding that best combination of settings that would work best for you. And that is something that I wanted to teach you also. You do not want to rely on other people, finding everything for you and spoon feeding you. You have to do the work yourself, because it's your money in the line and it's you versus the computer. You have the tools, you don't need a coding knowledge or anything like that, but you have every single thing that you need, and you have to put in the work to test the settings and to start learning and to start studying and do your studies and do your tests and find the best settings for you. It's you again versus the computer, so you have to find your own very best setting, the ultimate settings. And then the idea here is do not rely on anybody else, but do the job yourself. So you have trend breakout catcher already in the built-in the Smart Universal Expert Advisor. You can start using that, tweak the settings, find the best settings for you. Depends on how much balance you have and how much money you have. You can set up every single thing as I will show you guys in the next videos, and start the test. So that is technically how the Smart Universal Expert Advisor works. In the next videos, I will start going in details about all the techniques again, step by step, until we cover everything.